Hey guys, welcome back to our Java tutorials. Today we're going to be doing the second problem, or well, it's the same problem, but we're just using a different method of doing it. So we're going to be using the IndexOf method. So again, it's just write a method in Java that takes one parameter s, a string, and returns true if the given string begins with pix, except the p can be anything. So mix 9x all caps. Okay, so this time we're going to use the IndexOf method. So just to run through everything that we've already done, I've just copied the code over from the previous example. So we imported our scanner. Then what we done is in our main method we say we ask the user for input here, and that's assigned to the string variable sinput. Okay, then what we do down here is we say, okay, well, we've made a little method here, and this method is called isMixString, and we want to find if ix return true. So if ix is in the index, let's just say that is in index 1, return true. So back up here we say system.out.println, and then we call our method just the same as we did in our last program as well. And finally we just said if the string that they enter is less than 3, exit the system. So our system won't crash if they enter a string that's greater than 3, or less than 3, sorry. So what do we want to do now? Well, the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to declare a new variable of type int, and we're going to call it position. And then we're going to say the position is equal to our string, which is s, and we want the index of it. So we're going to say IndexOf, use the IndexOf method, and we're going to say ix. So what does this mean? Well, we've just said we want to find the index of the first time ix occurs in our string. Okay, so we want to find the index of the first time ix occurs in our string, and we want to assign the index to position, which is a new variable we just created. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. And then what we want to do is we want to say return position equals 1. So what does that mean? Well, it just simply means return true if this little condition here is true. So if we say position is equal to 1, well, it's the same as 1. What we're saying is well, if the index is equal to 1, then it's true, and return true up to our main method, which will be output to the screen. Okay, so let's use mix for example. So we want to say, okay, well, we know that the first letter of the word doesn't matter, so we're only interested in what the second and third letters are. And if the second and third letters are ix, then we want to say it's true. Okay, so we ignore the first letter, which has an index of 0. So if I was to say 0 here, if I said 0 here, that would mean that it would check these two characters in the string, but we wanted to check the next two, which is 1 and 2. So it's pretty straightforward. It's only 2 lines long. It's shorter than our substring. Substring was 4 lines, 5 lines long. Not very hard either. Personally, I like the substring a lot more because IndexOf can be a little bit confusing, but I mean, they're essentially the same. So let's just run this, and I compile and run. Okay, enter a string. I'm gonna say mix because that's the example we used. Enter, and it's true. Let's run it again. Compile and run. Enter a string, and this time I'm going to say Twix, which will be false. Perfect. Alright guys, hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or anything like that, let me know in the comments. Hopefully I'll have the next problem up as well pretty soon. Alright, thanks.